I was watching Silence of the Lambs recently and I'd forgotten what a good movie it was. It inspired me to create a makeover on a piece of furniture. When I saw this piece on Facebook Marketplace for £20, I knew it would be perfect for this look. So let's have a closer look at the piece. One of the easiest and cheapest ways to give this new style is to add some paint and some decoupage. But to start with, I'm going to remove the hardware and I'm going to fix that missing dot on the side. Underneath your wind I saw. So I'm going to repair this using upholstery tacks. I'm just going to snip off the back and super glue it onto the front. So I'm going to be painting this in Ferny Paint Black Night, but because this is such a light colour and because it's some old paint that's a bit of a gloss satiny finish, I'm going to prep it with some quick sandpaper by just giving it a quick scuff sand. Shadow at most, my But I hope you could see in that video how heavily pigmented Ferny paint is. That was really important to me when I was developing this paint because time is money and having to do 3 or 4 coats is not an option. So I need best coverage as quickly as possible, and going from white to black in 1 and a bit coats is pretty impressive. Keeping with that Silence of the Lambs theme, I'm going to be using the Death Moth to decoupage the front of this cabinet. I'm going to measure the height of the drawers, scale my image to the height of each drawer, and then print off some pictures. And I'll include a link to the image that I used down below in the comments if you'd like to reuse this idea. Because I'm going to be decoupaging on this piece, I don't want the glue to reactivate the paint, so putting a layer of sealer between the two will stop that from happening. I'm going to be colouring in a few areas of the moth. For this, I'm going to use some watered down acrylic paint in the colour of yellow ochre. Yellow, white and black just work really well together. Underneath your wind I saw. Wasted, I feel wasted with every cut them all out and I have coloured them all. It took far longer than I thought, so if you were doing this for profit, you might think about having them printed. It might be a far better use of your time, or just going with the classic black and white. So I'm going to measure the front and I'm going to find roughly where the centre line is, and then I'm going to make a little mark that only I can see to be able to line up my butterflies. Or moths. They're moths. Moths. Decoupage medium, I'm going to be using simple craft glue. This has always worked for me. Anything like expensive wood glue or something like that doesn't work. The craft glue is watered down enough to work really well. So you want to be working on a clean flat surface, and I'm just going to put some glue at one end, and then you want a clean big brush, and I'm going to take my first moth and turn it over. I'm going to load some glue onto the brush, and then I'm going to just paste it on. And then peel it off the smooth surface. Now that we've got that design all on the front of the piece, it's a good idea to go around and clean off your excess glue from around your design just with a soft cloth and some water. Got the design all the way across the front. This is a pivot from what I was actually planning. What I wanted to do was to put the butterflies, the moths, upside down in between, but because the span of the wings is just too wide, I was going to end up with like 1.5 butterflies. It just moths. It just wasn't gonna work. So printing out a second sheet of skulls. And I'm going to fill this piece with pattern, so I'm going to add skulls all the way around.
This old habit's got a hold on me, won't let go of me. This old habit's got a grip on me, won't set me free, won't leave me be. I can't shake it, I can't break it. I can't shake it, I can't break it, I can't get away from you, you pull me in. You're sweet, Lord, it is too much for me. You got me on my knees. I know I should just walk away, but your hold on me won't give away. I can't shake it, I can't break it, I can't get away from you, you pull me in. I can't shake it, I can't break it, I can't get away from you, you pull me in. I can't shake it, I can't break it, I can't get away from you, you pull me in. I can't shake it, I can't break it, I can't get away from you, you pull me in. You pull me in. You pull me in.
This has dried now completely. I've left it overnight and I'm happy with the pattern. At the moment you can see the paper, it's a little bit raised. That will disappear with a few coats of varnish. So I'm going to be using the Fernie Paint Satin Sealer. It's a water-based paint, it has a little bit of a smell to it, but it dries nice and clear.
You pull me in. You pull me
So you can see just here that the sealer has pulled in a couple of areas. That's because I've applied it too thickly. Now with a lot of sealers, if you leave that, what that will do is that will dry white. With Fernie Paint Sealer it doesn't really dry white, but you still don't want to leave it there anyway. So what I like to do is once I've applied it, I will just go in with my brush and I will just very lightly in those areas absorb the extra, and sometimes I will wipe the excess off my brush so that I can pull that away. And you want to do thinner coats rather than thicker coats. Time to move on to the top of the piece. So I'm going to give it a good sand, give it a good clean to get rid of that dust, and then I'm going to seal it with a couple of coats of Fernie Paint Satin Sealer.
It's got a hold on me, won't let go of me. This old habit's got a grip on me, won't set me free, won't leave me be. I can't shake it, I can't break it, I can't get away from you, you pull me in. I can't shake it, I can't break it, I can't get away from you, you pull me in. You're sweet, Lord, it is too much for me. You got me on my knees.
Let me know in the comments what you think about this furniture transformation, and don't forget to stay around towards the end to find out how much I priced this for.
I know I should just walk away, but your hold on me won't give away. I can't shake it, I can't break it, I can't get away from you, you pull me in. I can't shake it, I can't break it, I can't get away from you, you pull me in. I can't shake it, I can't break it.
As always, if you want to get hold of the paint and products that we used in today's episode, you can head over to our website at 81vintage.co.uk. And if you wouldn't mind, I'd really appreciate it if you would hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not already, and consider sharing this with a friend who might be interested in this transformation. I'm really trying to grow my channel and looking to try and get towards that 4,000 subscribers mark in the not too distant future. And if you'd like to see some more fabulous furniture transformations from me, I've included a link to a playlist just here for you to be able to catch more makeovers that you won't find anywhere else.